A number of new art installations in Phoenix city parks offer colorful expressions of public art, while at the same time providing some much-needed shade and cooler temperatures. To learn more, we welcome Carrie Brown, Deputy Director of Arts and Culture with the City of Phoenix, and David Handula, Director at the Phoenix Office of Heat Response and Mitigation. Good to see you both here. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Carrie, we'll start with you. This is titled Sombra Experiments in Shade. Give me a better definition of what we're talking about.
We're talking about Experiments in Shade. It's a project that comes out of the Public Art Challenge from Bloomberg Philanthropies, and the spirit of the grant is to experiment and to try new things in the interest of trying to solve a local civic issue. So our issue is extreme urban heat, so we challenged our artists to come up with innovative solutions for shade, and that's what we're showcasing this summer.
And how many installations in the city?
Total of 9. We've unveiled 6, so we've got 3 more to go.
How did you figure out a number? Was it simply funding?
Funding, yep.
Yeah. And the artists, how do you figure out the artists?
Yeah, well, we had a national call to artists. We brought in experts like Dave and his team to help us review all the applications that we received, and we were really looking for projects that were innovative and engaging with the community.
I was going to say, David, what were you looking for? Something that stands out but gets the job done, I would imagine.
Absolutely. I first want to highlight that this effort is really a showcase of the city's Shade Phoenix plan and our shade initiatives. This is really helping us take a step forward, thinking about how to integrate art and beauty and culture into providing shade that I think sometimes in cities is lost as just a simple function or something that's utilitarian. Here, a great opportunity to make shade part of our cultural fabric.
Yeah, I want you both to take a look at some of these things. The first one is at Cielito Park. It's called Rincon de Color, and apparently this is inspired by a mythical folk art animals. And talk to us, Carrie, talk to us about this thing. This looks like a canopy, for goodness sake. What is this?
Yeah, so this was a really fun project where we engaged some local students in the making of the project itself. So you'll see their handiwork on the piece. And it also has a solar-powered misting system. So you get that coolness from the canopy itself, but then you walk in and you get that extra bit of cool.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, the misting system, as you mentioned, solar-powered, but it's also like motion-generated, so it's not just misting the grass, right?
Absolutely. We certainly want to be mindful of our water resources and really providing shade and cooling to people when they are there. Great technology and a huge impact on the body heat load, providing that shade and the extra benefit of the cooling from the misting system.
Okay, as far as the cooling is concerned, I think we have some temperature readings. Do we have that up here? Can we see what goes on with the temperature readings on this one? Yeah. Okay. That looks like a big difference there. Who wants to speak to that? Dave?
Yeah, this has been a really fun part of our engagement and partnership with Arts and Culture. So we're looking at an infrared image here of the temperatures of different surfaces in the scene. So if you were to put your hand on some of these surfaces, this would be a morning image. The surfaces aren't as hot as they could get in the afternoon, but we see more than a 20 Fahrenheit difference between the surface temperature under the structure and in the surrounding area. If we think about what that might look like in even a hotter time of the day, that could be the difference between burn and no burn, happy versus sad children, comfortable versus uncomfortable people. Right. A huge difference the shade makes.
From 93 degrees outside to 70 degrees or 71 under the panel. That's fantastic.
Big difference.
All right, Carrie, we got something called Burrow at Roseley Park, and this is inspired. It's a tortoise.
It sure is. It's inspired by our desert tortoise, which is an animal that's very well adapted to the desert, and they burrow in the ground for their own cooling, but then when they leave, there's these shade elements for other creatures to use.
And, correct me if I'm wrong, that's heat-resistant paint that you used on this?
It is, yeah. We use a product called Encoat, and it helps to reduce the heat coming off of the structure, so it's cooler to the touch, and it helps to reduce the heat that you're feeling underneath it as well.
All right, and I think we have some temperature readings on this one as well, David. This was Burrow at Roseley Park, and we get the temperature reading. Holy smokes.
Yeah, another big contrast here, and I'm so glad we got to talk about the materials. There's a lot of innovation happening right now all across the world in what surface coatings and treatments we can apply. What we don't see as much of yet is testing in the real world. How do these hold up under the constraints of the urban environment of people? So as Carrie talked about, this is an experiment. This is a great learning opportunity, and maybe some of the materials, some of the design ideas can become mainstreamed as part of city processes.
108 outside and 77 beneath this thing?
Shade is huge.
Shade
makes
huge.
all the difference in the world.
Okay, one more. We got a botanical canopy at Cortez Park, and this looks like a bunch of tennis rackets. What's going on here, Carrie?
So this artist wove this project with the community's help using, I think over 10,000 linear feet of nylon parachute cord. And it's just a way to show the simple application can create these shade patterns and provide the cooling on this bridge.
Well, and we don't have any temperature readings on it, but that bird looked like was pretty happy with it. Now, David, obviously, what we've seen here looks pretty cool, and we're seeing them put together, piece this thing together. It's got to look good, though. I mean, this is all great and everything, but it's got to be inspiring and public art that the public enjoys.
Yeah, I think there's a tremendous appetite for shade in the community. We hear it from residents all the time, a desire for more shade on our sidewalks, more shade in our parks. And we think we can deliver that shade in a beautiful way that takes advantage of the great local artists and talent we have here. It'll create a more enriching experience for everyone.
How long have these things been up?
In some cases, some are yet to come.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to them being up through the summer with a big celebration in store for the end of the season.
And reaction you've had so far to all this?
So far, really positive. We've seen people using the structures, providing a lot of feedback. We're also doing a survey as part of the grant application. So we're getting a lot of real-time feedback at our events. So we're hearing lots of positive things.
Very cool. Carrie Brown and David Handula, congratulations on this. Can't wait to see more of it. And it certainly seems effective. That's good to see. Good to have you here.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Deb.
much.